Hi, this is Tara Reed with PivotToHappy.com, back for another episode of Practical Pointers for people with a loved one with dementia or Alzheimer's. Now, have you ever noticed that everything seems to have its own language? Whether you're starting a new job, learning a new hobby, entering a new industry, or dealing with a new health diagnosis, there's acronyms and terms that you just don't quite understand, and it's really interesting when people start to talk about them. I recently went to an event put on by AARP, and one of the big discussions was about this word, respite. What does it mean? And it can mean so many different things to so many people, but it's thrown around this industry like, oh, respite care, people need respite care, but depending on what you think it means, you're hearing something different. You're hearing a different kind of support. You're hearing about a different thing. So I just wanted to talk to you about all the different things that respite could encompass. Respite basically means a break. It is a much needed break for the person in particular that is the full-time caregiver of the loved one with dementia or Alzheimer's. So in my family's case, that would be my mom. My mother needs respite. She needs to get a break. Now, when my son was graduating from college, we got long-term respite care. Basically, my dad was taken care of for 5 days so that we could fly from Oregon to Boston. She could be there for the event and everything, and we would know that he was taken care of. Often people think of, chunks of time like that as being what respite is. But respite can even be an hour. You could have somebody, I could go over and say, hey mom, why don't you run to the store? Why don't you take a nap? Why don't you go read a book? Anything that gives her a break from being in charge or doing caregiving is considered respite. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about that. And then also make sure that if you are the primary caregiver, make sure that you are getting enough respite. Make sure you're getting rest as well. Make sure you're getting sleep, make sure you're getting time to take care of yourself, time to do things that are fun, and that you're not in charge 24/7, because that is the best way to end up with caregiver burnout, which isn't good for anyone. Now, if you are not the person living day to day, if you're more of a person like me, keep your eye on that person. Keep your eye on your mom, keep your eye on your dad, keep your eye on your stepmother, whoever is in charge, and make sure they're getting the breaks that they need, okay? So, respite. It basically means a caregiver break, and make sure that everyone is getting them. All right, that's your tip for today. If you have any other questions or other topics that you would like me to discuss, go to pivottohappy.com/ask, ASK, and submit your question, and hopefully I can answer it on a future episode.